One thing that I just love after starting this YouTube channel, mostly being about reviewing anime for now, is that it gives me the chance to watch anime that I won't normally give it a chance. We all gravitate to our comfort zones, shonen, action, fantasy, comedy, but we also have our weaknesses. And one of my weaknesses, one of them, is historical. I have watched historical anime in the past, watched one or two to three episodes, didn't captivated me, so I just dropped it. But starting this YouTube channel and having to watch anime from beginning to end to give you a fair review and my opinions of the anime, well, I am so thankful that I made this small step in starting this channel, because if not, I would have missed one of the masterpieces that I just it's a masterpiece. It's the only thing that I can say. But let's not get off ahead of ourselves. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the anime Orb and on the movement of the earth. 25 glorious episodes, drama, historical, and a manga adaptation. Now, this is a full, completed adaptation from beginning to end. So, whether you want to watch the anime or read the manga, whichever two mediums you decide to read or watch, you have an option. Now, the story starts in 15th century Poland when the church has a hold on the general populace, to what they believe, when the Church of Orthodoxy. Now, when we church having so much power, branding anybody as witches or as heretics, well, our characters that we see throughout the story have to be moved very carefully, because at least in this, I don't know, it's not grounded, it's grounded in reality in some ways, but it's also a historical revision, because in this one we have that the church have the belief with the doctrine of Jesus, of the Bible, that the earth, they interpreted that the earth is the center of the universe, and anything that says otherwise, they are branded a heretic. But with our main character, at least our first main character, I'm going to get on that in a bit. Our first main character stumbling upon a heretic that got pardoned, because you have two chances. The first time you have to renounce you renounce your belief, and they give you a chance to walk a new life, to be able to live. But if they cut you a second time doing heretic behavior or research, they burned you, killed you, and then burned you in the stake. Now, that's how our with one of the heretics that was given a chance to live, our first main character, Raphael, talks to him. The heretics talks about his research about that it's not the earth is not the center of the universe, but it's the sun is the center of the universe, that the earth revolve around the sun. And yes, that type of knowledge is commonplace right now, but in the past, in the 15th century, they didn't have the telescopes, they didn't have the technology that we have right now today, so they have to go through observation, using their sight alone and watching the movements, and going to their own conclusion about their theory. But that type of theory, that the sun is the center of the universe and the planets revolve around it, was considered in that time heresy. So our main character, Raphael, wants to being such captivated by that knowledge, the curiosity, the thirst to learn more and to uncover the secret of the heavens and the earth being just as beautiful as the heavens, and the dialogue fantastic. Now, like I said, that's our first main character, Raphael. But sadly, yes, the and in order to do honest a review and tell you just how much I love this anime, I sadly have to give you some spoilers. So I'm going to say it now. There's going to be spoilers. Now, Raphael is just only our first main character. We have different main characters throughout the entire 25 episodes. We go from Raphael to Benedict to Oxy to Yolenta to Draka. Every single character is very interesting in their own right, and the reason why there are more than one so many main characters is because sadly, yes, the church, anybody practicing heresy, they try to, well, snuff that information in its bud, but obviously information has to live on, so they pass on the torch to one episode to the next, and sadly that means that a lot of the main characters throughout the 25 episodes, they perish, they died. Now how do they die? For you to find out, but seriously, even if you know that most of the characters are going to die in this 25 episode span of the anime, you are still going to feel such emotion after each and every one of their death, because even if I tell you that they're going to die, you see their journey, their character growth. You you cannot help to form an attachment to those characters. So when they die, you are going to feel such pain, such sorrow, and some of them are going to impact you harder, more than others. But seriously, you cannot avoid it. You're just going to have to accept the cruel fate that some of our characters are going to go through. And and I'm going to be I'm going to be serious. In one of them, I cried. Seriously, I was shedding tears of the emotion, the gut wrench of that certain character dying. Even remembering it, it fills me with such. But I let me just continue. So yes, and just so you know, this anime is also not for the faint of hearts, because yes, the church being in the past, torture being legal and everything else. So some of the, not only are side characters, main characters, what have you, they have to experience torture, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's not super graphic, but hearing the scream, and even if you don't watch it directly, just hearing the sound of the object, the torture instrument that they use, the clink clank sound and everything, still makes me want to just look away, even if the camera is not panning directly at the torture and it's a little bit to the side or a close up. You still instinctively want to look away because no. And like I said, and honestly, the animation, it was also very well done. Many people describe that it looks a little bit like Finland Saga, because they aren't the typical anime model where they're all super cute or very handsome. No, they capture a realistic animation style with the character models and their body structure and everything that is not hyper realistic, but is realistic enough that with the facial features, the imperfections and everything else, I just like it. And even though that it wasn't super action heavy, because this is mostly, there's a lot of talking, but they say the things that they say, the way the camera, the animation, the presentation style, well done. But the very few action scenes with the swordsmanship was also very well done, very bloody. So just so you know. So let me see if I'm misremembering something. The characters, love them all. Some you're going to love more than others. The story, fantastic. The passing of the torch, so good. Uh, there's one character that is literally the first character that you're going to hear his voice when the first episode starts, and is such a renowned voice actor that as soon as I heard the voice, I said, this dude, he's here, because you hear his voice. He's very like an A-lister when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to anime. That when I heard his voice, and I was, yes, and he didn't appear just for one episode and that's it. No, he was there all of the way to the episode like 22. No, sorry, 23. From the first episode to all the way to the 23 episode, he kept appearing, not in every single episode because there are time skip and storytelling, the other characters and so on and so on. But he's a prominent character, and I'm just going to say he's my his character journey, his story, his character growth, even though it might have been misguided in some ways, but I just love that character. Before I finish, let me just say, if I was able to cosplay any of these characters, I would choose Novak, just because I just love that out of all the characters. I just love him so much. But his look is very simplistic. So if I cosplay him, not many people are going to get it unless that I do some super technical cosplay know-hows. So, oh man, look, just give it a chance, give it a watch. If you're somebody like me who have who avoid certain genres, and historical is one of them, give this anime a chance. You are not going to regret it. So, what I'm going to give it the score of, obviously, 10 out of 10. I just cannot recommend it enough. I honestly, so beautiful. I just, let me see. No, I don't have any negatives. I just love it from beginning to end. Maybe the, no, that's just a little nitpick. I won't say a negative. So I'm just, let me just end it here. Give it a chance. Now, have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're from, and see you next video.